You must be tired. Go ahead and rest now.
Oh, no. I say when we're done.
16 times the detail.
Seamless open world.
Customize every nook and cranny.
All of this just works.
Beautiful, handcrafted, and richly detailed.
The most immersive and ambitious open world game ever.
An entire universe, generated by the computer.
More ways to build,
more to see,
to explore,
more
to
stories
fight,
to be
fly.
told, more systems.
And it was off the back of this feeling that I started thinking of an old favorite of mine. This is Shadow of the Colossus. You ride around on your horse, explore ancient ruins, travel to important waypoints, and fight giant creatures. Well now, wait a minute. I ride around on a horse, explore ancient ruins, travel to important waypoints, and fight giant creatures all the time in, say, Skyrim. So what's the difference? Alright, here's the deal. You play as a boy named Wander, and you're here at this ancient temple to revive a girl named Mono by making a deal with an entity named Dorman. Kill 16 Colossi, and she gets to live. So you go. You mount your horse, you ride with purpose. Whatever relationship you've projected onto Wander and Mono, you know that she's important to him. And so there's no time to look around and get distracted by nothing. As a matter of fact, even the colossi you're hunting aren't anywhere to be seen. Walking around and enjoying the environment isn't exactly a new thing in video games, but when you ride your horse from Whiterun to Helgen, you probably run into a howardillion things on the way. Caves, side quests, couriers sprinting towards you at Mach 5, a band of thieves pretending to be Imperial guards trying to rob you. Here, there are no quest givers. No NPCs, no dialogue. Otacon won't call. Navi won't bug you. It's just you and your horse aggro. The sound of his hooves against the dirt and stone. The wind in the leaves. And the occasional call of a bird overhead. Is this nice? No matter. Don't get sidetracked. Mono needs you. Only 13 more to go. I thought they'd fight back a little harder. Did that last one look a little sad? Am I the bad guy? No, they're clearly monsters and abominations. Don't think about it too hard. So you don't. You raise your sword, you track the next hiding spot, but eventually, you slow down. Something just isn't right. Maybe the first few times you could brush it aside, but not anymore. You stop scanning for colossi, but your eyes don't really know what else to look for. There are no billboards to read, no NPCs to observe, no skill tree to plan out. nobody is asking anything of you. Even Dorman isn't really there. Once you leave the temple, it's just you and an empty, uncaring world. And when there's nothing in your face demanding your attention, there's nothing left to focus on but what's already there. And that's really weird. We're just so used to there being something.
That mountain is not just a backdrop. You can walk all the way to the top of that mountain.
People demand a lot from modern games. If it isn't 100 hours long, endlessly replayable, doesn't have branching choices and multiple endings, then why am I even spending my hard-earned money on it? That's the kind of mindset people have nowadays anyway. And in our real lives, we've been hardwired to be so fixated on productivity that there's always this feeling in the back of your head that you should be doing something. And while I can't speak for everyone, that same feeling to be productive can even spill into gaming. And you know, I get it. Video games just keep becoming more and more expensive. And more features makes it easier to justify spending that hard-earned cash. And once that becomes the expectation, the industry follows it. It kinda has to. Massive open worlds, side quests, builds, progression, endgame, it's everywhere. And don't get me wrong, I love all these things. I've 100%ed games like Cyberpunk and Baldur's Gate, and I had an amazing time doing it too. But at the same time, I've actually found myself at times becoming stressed out playing games, opening up the world map and just seeing swaths of waymarkers leading to who knows what. Where do I even start? Should I do a few quests here and there, or go to one town at a time and clear it all out? I just can't ignore the fact that it's the main reason my backlog just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Shadow of the Colossus has none of those hurdles. To the point where, as players, we're not so much an active participant as we are an observer in Wander's story. There's nothing we can do to change what happens in the game. The only way for you to get Wander to spare the Colossi is by turning off the console. And this can certainly be a letdown to some, but to me, it's extremely freeing. There's a comfort to knowing that I can play through the story and experience it in its totality without accidentally choosing the wrong dialogue option in the tutorial that actually unlocks the hidden true ++ ending. And God forbid I encounter a fork in the road and it actually looks like one of them is clearly the right way to go, meaning the other path probably has some loot that I might miss in case I can't come back here later, and... Lately, I've been pretty stressed in my personal life. I think this video came to me as a direct result of that. It's also what reminded me of why I find so much comfort in this game. As a responsible man, I've been dealing with my stress by daydreaming about running away to live on a farm or in the woods. And in a way, that's what this game lets me do. It gives me a space where I can simply exist. When I was younger, I'd spend a lot of time admiring the little things around me. The sound of the leaves rustling in the wind, the way each pebble looked a little different from the next, the way the grass felt a little waxy to the touch. At some point, I stopped noticing all of that. Those things never went anywhere, but my mind became occupied with too much other stuff. And when I ride around in Shadow of the Colossus, it's like I can finally see again. It really reminded me of how I used to see things. Not because Team Eco built a world so full of things to explore, but because they built one that took nearly everything away.